faces worn out.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to today's edition of Life Stories with your host, Dane. Today's life story will be, as you can see by the title, Store Stories. If some of you do not know, my family, we own a store, and over the last 3 months that we've been open, we've had some serious problems. And today, I'm going to share some of these funny moments with you guys. But if you do, in fact, want me to continue life stories, let me know, because I definitely will. I have a whole bunch of other stories to share with you guys if you are interested in them. As you can see, our background for today is Rec Room. I actually just downloaded this game yesterday. And if you guys want me to continue doing some Rec Room background, let me know. So at our so-called family store, we sell, home decoration items and antiques and all that awesome, cool, old stuff. I did a tour video on the store back at the beginning of July. So if you want to check out the IRL Showcases playlist, you can see the store itself. Now, obviously, it's changed a lot since then. And if you're a business owner, you kind of know the pros and cons of owning a business. But with our particular business, we have a different type of business. It's not like we sell, like food or like, what else is there? Like toys and stuff. Like, we have a special kind of item that typically you don't see. Now, typically with antique stores, there's like multiple vendors, kind of like a festival, how there's different, like food trucks and then like, whatever the festival's about. There's a whole bunch of vendors for each thing. So that's the same with antique stores, but our place isn't really an antique store. Our place is more of like I said in the beginning, like a vintage decor place where it's, you got like the flowers and like, the nice dressers that are finished well and have, good quality to them. It's not just like an old wooden crate that's sitting in a dingy warehouse. That's more of an antique store. We are more of the first option, but with antique stores, typically people are always wanting to jump on the van wagon. And what I mean by that is, like, people are always, like, if they see you doing good in your business, they always want to, like, be with you and do good themselves. It's kind of like a chain reaction, kind of. So when we first started out, opening night was literally, like, just so hectic. Like, literally, I was holding the door for people walking in. I couldn't even, like, open the door. There were so many people in the store. It was nuts. I do have a video, and maybe sometime in the future I'll show you, of me opening the door to the first customer. But it was just so crazy. Like, literally, I could not move anywhere. And by the time the day was over, like, my brain just felt like it was going to grow a rocket and just shoot out the top of my head. Like, I was like, I just didn't even know what to do. But over the past couple months, like, all these people are coming in and like, oh yeah, I sell wooden furniture. Would you want me to sell it here? I have my grandma. She owns all this brass stuff, and I could sell it here. If you wanted to come to my house and buy it and stuff, we could set up a time or something. And like, that's like everybody, and it just drives us nuts because there's so many people wanting to do this, but like, they don't realize like that we just opened. So like, give us like a couple months to decide. But literally, I'm not even joking. There's been like 5,000 people who have asked, hey, can I sell stuff? And people think they have like $900,000 things, when really what they have isn't worth all that money. Like, there's a difference, let's say, between like a small wooden crate between like a pot of gold. Like, there's a clear difference, and obviously the pot of gold's going to cost more money. So like, if you, let's say you own the crate, you're gonna price the crate more than the pot of gold. That just seems kind of wrong. So literally, there's a list sitting next to the cash register full of people who are like, oh yeah, I sell this, and oh, I sell that. And I'm not being mean to these people, but like, at some point they have to realize, like, what they're doing. And my parents, it's so stressful because, like, you don't really want to say no to the person because that's mean. But at the same time, like, you just opened a business. You can't be like, letting all these people come in, especially because we have so much stuff right now at the store already. Like, there wouldn't be any room for vendors to come in and put their stuff in the store. Plus, whatever stuff they sell, we only get a percentage of the money because technically that's their stuff. They're just renting the space inside of our store. So that's why we can't really give so many people, like, now, we do have a couple people that are mostly our friends, not really random people. Like, one lady does flowers, and the other lady also does flowers, and then one lady does calligraphy, where she, writes the amazing, like, lettering on the windows and certain items in the store. And we have certain people who sell stuff, but, like, we can't have, like, 9,000 people be selling stuff. And like I said, like, people just think they have, like, the richest stuff ever when it's really doesn't cost that much, and they're just trying to get it for their money. And besides people coming in and wanting to sell us stuff, like, most of the time there's like certain groups of people, I would say. And there's a group of people who, like I said, they just want to sell us something or, give us something. And some things we do accept. Like, we've had very nice customers in the past who have, like, been like, I found this really awesome old table for you, whatever, I thought you'd like it. And for free, and they give it to us. And we don't mind that. But, like, all these other people who just think that they can just jump on our bandwagon, as I said earlier, it's just, they're just trying to do it just for themselves. They're not really doing it to be a part of it. They're just doing it to do it for themselves. But you have those type of people, and then you have the lookers. And what I mean by the lookers is they don't spend quality time in your store. Like, when you go to an art gallery, typically, like, you look around and you take in everything that's, happening around you. Or same thing with like a museum or anything like that. And that's kind of what our store is. You look at the beautiful displays and the paintings and, everything else. And then you have, like, these lookers who, they're in there for, like, 5 minutes, don't even say hi to you. And, by the way, we say hi to every person that walks in for the most part. We're like, hello, welcome, have you been in before, do you live around here, blah, blah. And these people just, like, come in for 5 minutes, don't say a word, usually don't have a smile on their face, and they leave the store in 5 minutes and don't buy a single thing. So that's what I don't like about those type of people. But, I mean, maybe some of them are just busy on time. But like I said, I'm not trying to be mean to these people, but, like, at least be a little bit more kind, I would say. Like, are you kidding me? You're going to walk in for, like, 2 seconds and then just leave? And then we have the third group of people. And these people are the people who are great customers. Like, just totally amazing. Like, buy a bunch of things each time, talk to you for like an hour, and just kind of hang out. And just really kind people. And, not just... And maybe the people that are lookers, like I said, maybe they just were stopping in just to stop in. But, like... At the same time, I feel like you should have some sort of level of respect towards someone's store. I mean, like, especially if they're new in town. Like, if you know that they're new, like, you should at least take time to get to know the owners and stuff like that. But maybe that's just me. But other than that, like I said, you have these really awesome people, and we've actually had a bunch of customers in the past. Like this one lady, super nice. When I had my surgery done back in July, she actually sent me a gift basket full of all kinds of stuff. Really nice customer. And she shared our history with us, and really funny lady too. But yeah, she usually buys a bunch of stuff, and then we just have people who just come in usually, like every other week or so. They come and just buy a little something, and even just that means something. But like some of these other people, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but like still, they're just like I just don't understand why they just kind of walk right past. And the other thing is, like, people on the outside of the store, like on the sidewalk, I've seen some of them just walk right past the store and not even look in. Like, I don't understand this, but like, when you walk on the street, do you like look at stuff? Like, I don't know what it is with people nowadays, but I just feel like they don't look at stuff. Like when you're walking on the street, I feel like, or driving even, like, I feel like they're just not looking around. Like, I understand the driver has to focus, but like, when you're stopped at a traffic light, I mean, you have a few seconds to look around. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, some of these people, they just walk or drive right past the store and don't even look at it. Like, it's crazy, the things that you see down there. And lately, we've actually been having a little bit of a security problem, which actually on Saturday we just installed security cameras. So I might record some security footage sometime for you guys if you would like to see some of that, like something interesting happen. But anyway, besides that, we had to install security footage because we've had all these old people. And like I said, our business is in the downtown area of my town. So, there's a lot of, obviously homeless people. And I understand some of these people can't help it. But like, this one guy that came in, it was the most ignorant thing ever. So he's in one of those wheelchairs that moves for you. Like, it's one of those ones where you just drive it yourself. And we were closed this day. We weren't open, but my mom was there, and she was working and cleaning the store and stuff. And this old man props his feet up on the window, opens a pack of crackers, throws the wrapper on the ground, and starts just shoving crackers in his mouth. And then he touches the window with his cracker hands, and there's cracker crumbs all over the window now. And these are big windows. They're not like the windows at your house. Like, they're big storefront windows. So, and he's just putting his feet up there, and my mom didn't really mind that until he lights a cigarette, and he puts the cigarette in the plant. We have 2 plants in big urns at the front entrance of the store, and he puts his cigarette in the plant, and then he throws his other piece of trash down in the other plant. So my mom, she marched out there, and she actually has a video of it. She told him basically like that we're not open, pick up his trash, and to get off the property. And he just he was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll pick it up. And he never picked it up and then drove away. But yeah, we still see him. And we've also had another problem with another guy who parked his shopping cart right in front of the storefront door. So my mom couldn't even get in, and she didn't know what to do. So she went over to the neighboring store, and they basically told her just to call the police because they've had the same exact problem, which is crazy. And we also had this really other nice old man. His name was Cleo, and he was riding a bike one night when we were unloading on the side street of our store. And we were just unloading some furniture, and he literally just came over and just asked us for help. And it was just like the nicest thing ever. And my mom said no to him, no thanks, we're good. But he ended up helping us anyway. And my mom went to pay him for his work, but he had already rode away on his bike. So, but then there's just all these really other nice people as well, like people on Facebook and Instagram as well, just saying like, if you'd ever needed help and you wanted to hire somebody, hire me. I love everything about your store. Your store is a great addition to Hanover. Just all this nice stuff. And really, when you're running a business, it's really good. And same thing with YouTube. Like, it's really good to see like all these nice people, because nowadays, not to be like like picking sides or anything, but like nowadays people, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but people are just not the same, I feel like. Like, the world's just so different nowadays from how it used to be. Like, I just feel so different about everything nowadays. And I'm not trying to talk L about any of these people that I'm talking about, but at the same time, like, I feel like people say, like, grouping people isn't a good thing, but in some cases, grouping people or things can be good, especially in this occasion, because it really adds up to your observing skills. Like, if you, like, take a look around you, and you can kind of see, like, the type of categories you could put people in, especially in, like, school. Like, school is a perfect place to categorize people. And like I said, sometimes it's a good decision to categorize people, and other times it's not. In this case, we're doing a good categorization. Sorry, tough word there. But I hope you guys did in fact enjoy today's episode. Individual life stories soon, like not just like how it was today with like just topics, or like categories like I was talking about. It'll be more about, like certain stories. But if you want to see more store stories like we did one today, let me know and I will definitely do more. But I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Also, before we go, guys, I just wanted to say, if you have any similar stories to my story, make sure to comment it down below, and I will read it. But other than that, bye, guys.